What's up, Steeler Nation? This is Phil and Dom with the Green Dot Report, and we are giving you our reaction to the Steelers' second preseason game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won 17-14. All right, we're going to start off with the offense here, and Dom, I'm going to ask you, how do you think the quarterback position group did as a whole?
As a whole, it's tough to say, but to start off, Mason Rudolph looked like what we expect Mason Rudolph to look like. He shredded the second string defense and had an unfortunate pick, but he looked solid. Skylar Thompson continues to make it hard for Will Howard to see any kind of future with this team. He's impressive. He's been impressive both games. He got a little crazy and threw an interception that went off a Steelers player, but he's done some scrambling and some impromptu plays that I didn't expect to see from him. That's been pretty impressive, and I don't know, it kind of makes you wonder to have a guy around on the roster for a third quarterback. Maybe it's somebody that provides a little excitement or, can do things like that. But yeah, I think he was impressive, and I think Logan Woodside has a lot of work to do on whatever team he ends up with, because he's not going to be in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I agree. I also wonder when they're gonna stop counting the interception stat for a quarterback when it bounces off of your own team. Like if it hits their hands or something, and the defense comes up with it. It's kind of messed up that Skylar Thompson's gonna have an interception. And I mean, really, it wasn't his fault.
Could you imagine the fights that would lead to if those stats started going against receivers, the biggest divas around? But yeah,
that is true.
I know what you mean.
Moving on from quarterbacks, how do you think the running backs did?
I think we finally got to see a little bit of what we were waiting to see from Caleb Johnson. Mm-hmm. Got to see some pop. I saw a lot of Caleb Johnson trying to get on the outside like he did at Iowa and like he could do in college, and it's not happening.
Yeah,
it's not even happening in preseason.
A little bit faster in the NFL than college.
Yeah. This zone running scheme that Arthur Smith has now, you got to cut that thing inside when you can. And there was a couple times I was writing in my notes like, oh, Caleb needs to cut it inside, and the next play he did once he gets 14-yard gain. So things are coming along. You're starting to see progression, which is all you can ask for from the young player. Not all of them are going to come in and be like Saquon Barkley the first year,
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a learning curve, and everybody's different. You just want to see an uphill trajectory, and you're seeing that now with the second game.
Yeah. I thought he got a lot more opportunities this game, and I mean, it just led to he's like a workhorse type back, I would say, and I feel like the more he runs the ball, the better he's going to do. He's going to break big ones, and I saw the same thing with him going outside a lot of the time, and I mean, there was a couple that he did end up getting extra yards when he ran outside, but kind of also back a little bit, and then like kind of just pushing it to the outside. But I mean, other than that, I thought he did pretty well. I was a little worried in the beginning because it wasn't looking good again, but I mean, after he broke a couple big runs, I thought he looked a little more comfortable back there.
Yeah, he caught the ball too.
Yeah,
that was exciting.
Yeah, that was.
Jury's still out a little bit because it's the second team defense in the second preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
When he started to look good later in the game, and I'm thinking the same thing, like, oh, he's a workhorse, that's what he does. But you also start the level of competition goes down later in the game in these games too.
Yeah.
But it's exciting to see some of the stuff that we saw coming out of college, some of the pop. So,
was there any other running backs that you were impressed with, or?
I mean, Nichols. How could you not be coming out of nowhere? And I mean, big play. From the running back position, we've been so starved around here for big plays. Having to watch Najee Harris the last 4 years, it was so exciting to get Jaylen Warren in, and then we saw that same kind of pop and explosiveness from Nichols. And I don't know if he'll make the team, but it's good to see holes open up and running backs running down the field into the secondary.
Yeah, I definitely think he's on the outside looking in.
Yeah. but good for him. He'll go somewhere with plays like that.
Yes. What about the offensive line?
I think the starters weren't in long at all, which is great. But who did start? They looked good. No complaints.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of push in the running game, and it was clear when they came out. So I guess that's the best thing you can say for an offensive line. Yeah. You knew when the starters came out. But I mean, how about the pockets? I mean, we haven't seen. I mean, Mason Rudolph dropping back and scanning the field. These guys are getting clean pockets, and it's letting Arthur Smith call some of these play action plays that we've been waiting for the last 2 years. And you need good blocking for the play action. You're starting to see it now.
Yeah, I thought the line did pretty good as well. I know with Caleb's first couple big runs, I was like, man, that hole was huge. Because it was a lot of cutbacks, but like I was thinking like, man, I could have got a first down there. But
okay,
if I think I can get a first down, that's a pretty good hole.
yeah, it's a big hole in a short yardage situation.
Mm-hmm. What about the wide receiver group?
Roman Wilson. Oh, it's so exciting. He's going to be the number 2 wide receiver. It has to happen. 2 huge plays from Roman Wilson. On the outside too. He was on the left hash, I believe, or the left sideline. And he was outside. Ran a post route, beat his man. It was Dean, right? That's their number 1 corner in Tampa, or number 2 now.
Yeah.
But it was a good route, good catch, good hands catch, no body catch on both the catches. So that was exciting. Johnson coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He had a couple good catches. Who's 34? Max Hurlman?
Hurlman, yeah.
He's having a rough go at it now. I mean, Mason threw a ball to him about 380 miles an hour, but it looks bad when you don't catch a ball when you're wide open in the end zone, no matter how hard it's coming.
Yeah.
Rock Taylor, man, that was kind of a confusing game to judge him off of, because he had a couple short yardage plays that should have been short yardage, but he broke them for big gains. A short throw on the left sideline where he broke the corner right away and got upfield for a first down, and one on a crosser coming over the middle of the field. But then he had 2 deep plays. What he was known for coming out of college, making plays on deep balls, and it looked like he didn't want to put his arms out in front. Now they were overthrown, both of them, but it just looks. I don't know. A rookie in a preseason game, you kind of want to see get on the ground, do something for it. But he put his hands up and ran back to the huddle. It's kind of strange. Oh, one wasn't in front of him. I'm sorry, it was a pass interference, a very blatant pass interference.
Yeah,
but I think he gets the call if he fights for the ball.
Yeah,
you got to fight for the ball.
I think that happens a lot where receivers they don't try because there's too much contact and they think that they're going to get the flag, but they end up not getting it because they don't attempt to go for the ball. Where if they really tried to get to the ball, I think you're right.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson gets that flag and DK Metcalf gets that flag, but Rock Taylor, you're not going to get that flag. You fight for the ball. But I mean, he fights for yards. I'm not questioning his want to or his effort. I'm just from the outside looking in, it was kind of strange to see.
Yeah, I think. What about Scotty Miller?
Solid. I mean, he's
Miller. I think
he's got a place on the team. I didn't like the idea of him, coming into training camp. I didn't like the idea of him being our second wide receiver. We kept hearing the reports out of training camp. Scotty Miller looks great, and that's great. But when he's running with, the first team and looking great, you're like, damn, why? But
I think 4th on the depth chart would be a pretty good spot for him. And I think that's where he sits when everybody's healthy.
Yeah, I don't think Robert Woods is going to make it.
I don't think so either.
I coming in, I thought he was a lock.
I thought he was a lock as well.
And I thought Scotty Miller was going to be on the bubble. That's completely switched. Yeah, he's been impressive. Everything we've heard out of training camp was impressive, and now both games. Yeah. I mean, when he's playing another team second, third string, he looks like he looks like
an all-pro.
Yeah, it's insane.
His
I mean,
just looks crisp. And
yeah. Yep, and he provides special teams ability. He punt return, kick return, gunner. He's done all of it for us. So I mean,
Yeah. He's a safe
love to see
hand
it.
out there.
Yep.
So far, at least.
Yeah. What's going on with Koronic? Is he injured? I mean, he's got to be, right? Or is he that much of a special teams ace?
I haven't heard anything about him being injured. I doubt he would be held out.
Yeah.
Like he's a number 1 or number 2 receiver. Dom, what do you think about the tight ends? Even though I don't really think that they really did.
Yeah, they didn't get a lot of
that game.
Didn't get a lot of work. Saw our big guy Mount Washington looking like a left tackle out there, blocking well, but no balls to him. I guess Gilbreth, the rookie, is the only one that got some balls thrown his way, and he didn't make the most of a couple of them. So pretty underwhelming.
I'll tell you what, I did like Gilbreth, and then he kind of, I think at the end of the game, he was catching a few, and at the end of the game, he had that one drop, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard good things out of training camp, but I mean, good luck making this team a tight end if you're not one of the top 4.
Yeah, I think the tight ends are pretty set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, that about does it for the offensive side of the ball. What about the defensive side of the ball? We'll start with the defensive line, and we'll include the outside linebackers for that.
Yeah, Derek Harmon got a first sack. And
awesome
a nice one at that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, looked like a bully, so that was good to see. Outside linebacker, unfortunately, Nick Herbig went out early with a hamstring. It didn't look too serious. He was on the sideline chopping it up with everybody, so he should be good.
Yeah, I hope he's okay for the first game. I'm sure that if it's still tweaked or whatever to this next game, I bet you he gets held out, but
yeah, Jack Sawyer got a lot of work today.
Yeah,
and had a couple. He's looking a lot like Highsmith to me. Yeah. Got a couple. I almost got him, but
lots of pressure.
Yeah, he looks like that's fun. Always does. Yeah,
he'll get with TJ. He'll get it figured out, and eventually he'll start finishing. That way he doesn't end up like Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
But I thought Nick Herbig when he was in, he just looked on another level in the beginning. It looked like he was running through the line, and then he obviously went out with a hamstring. But
yeah, I mean he starts first play. Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. What about the middle linebackers?
Cole Holcomb continues to look good, except on kick coverage, which is unfortunate to see them put him out there on that, coming back from that injury. I mean, but he's handling it. But in the game, he looked good. It looks like he belongs to start again, but he's not going to. Peyton Wilson came out this week and told reporters that he's the best coverage linebacker in the NFL. And then gets beat on a bomb by Bucky Irvin, so that wasn't great to see.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked like he was in the pick from last year against the Jets, against Aaron Rodgers. It looked like he was in the same exact spot. Or no, that was against Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah. When he stuck his hand up and just the ball ended up. He was like in the same position again, just like a step behind. But that ball was thrown pretty perfect, and
it's Bucky Irving who
came down with it. So
yeah. So that wasn't great to see, but that's a tough play to cover. He was there. I mean, he'll be fine. I mean, that's nothing that's gonna.
I'm not too worried about him.
It's not like I watched that and I'm like, oh man, if Cole Holcomb was out there, he'd have stopped that.
Yeah.
Like, no. So that's just a mismatch in coverage, and I think. As a whole, Carson Bruner got a lot of playing time in the fourth quarter. I think that's going to be tough for him to make the team because of how good that Mark Robinson is on special teams. His position versatility is just huge on this team, and we saw that with Logan Lee. Speaking of defensive line, I've been wondering how he's going to make the team, and then our long snapper gets hurt, and Logan Lee long snaps the rest of the game and does fine.
Yeah,
from the first quarter on.
Yeah, the snaps look
So
good.
that's good for him, a guy like that. But that just shows, Tomlin wants guys like that. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Bruner's been making some plays on special teams as well, but it's just more established here.
yeah. I thought Malik Harrison had a couple nice hits, and
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
one in the backfield was really nice.
Yeah, we're
Put
gonna
him
see
right
that.
as a handoff.
Yeah, we're gonna see that throughout the year because he's gonna be just like who was it? Oh, refresh my memory. Landon Roberts.
Hmm.
He's gonna basically play that role, so he's gonna be in on all his runs.
Yeah. What about the defensive backs? There's so many of them.
We're getting a lot of there's so many. So like I said yesterday's podcast, Brandon Eccles and Beanie Bishop are kind of duking it out for that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say nickel, but I guess dime.
Yeah.
Corner position, and I think Beanie made his case today. Or I can't even say that. I think Eccles lost it because he got beat for a touchdown on a fade to Ibuka from Ohio State, who some thought was the Steelers.
That was a weird one. He just didn't get his head around to see the ball, and he just kind of jumped up hoping that he was going to block it. He obviously didn't see the ball because it was. That could have been an interception if his head was around earlier.
Yeah, he had good position.
Yeah,
and then everybody last week was Beanie get beat on a play and covering and that not being a good play. Well, Eccles had the same kind of thing today, where the ball was 2 feet behind the receiver and he dropped it. And Eccles celebrates like he made a big play. He got beat on that play pretty bad, and his tackling wasn't nearly as crisp today as it was last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Beanie Bishop didn't miss any tackles, and he didn't have a pass breakup or any interception, but he was in position, and you could see he forced a couple of incompletions because of his positioning. So I think he had a strong showing. And Darryl Porter Jr., who they just picked up, I believe, 2 weeks ago, he looked good.
Yeah.
Trying to make a case after Trice got injured for the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah.
He had a good hit. And
he made that crazy hit.
Yeah, he stands out on the field because of 30. They gave him number 39, and you think Minka's flying around out there again, but no, and especially the way he was hitting people.
Yeah.
But no, he did good, and we're seeing a whole lot of James Pierre, and I don't know. I love James Pierre as a backup outside corner. I think as a backup, he's solid.
Yeah, he's solid in special teams as well.
We saw Juan Thornhill. He didn't play much, but he's where all the other starters aren't playing on defense, he's in there because he's new, and he's looking good against the run. Physicality's looking good. He had one deep ball that I thought he could have maybe got to, or at least got to the receiver before he did. He almost took a bad angle and let that be a touchdown. It looked like, but I kind of attribute that to preseason and not wanting to dive with your face in the middle of the pile.
Yeah, and we saw last year how communication is such a key factor on defense and with the defensive backs, and he is playing with second string or backups or not his normal people that he plays with, like Jalen Ramsey and Deshaun Elliott and all them.
Yeah, that's a good point. And at that position, free safety, communication is everything because you're covering for blind spots and mistakes of everybody else out there. So it's a good point.
Yeah, and I think that it'll hopefully look a lot cleaner when all the starters are out there, or he will look a lot cleaner when all the starters are out there, not making as many mistakes, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that he made a bunch. He looks like he's a starter.
Yeah.
So what about special teams? I know our kicker. Oh, I don't know. He's not really our kicker, but
Sauls?
Yeah.
How could you forget?
He's kicking for us. He's not really our
Yeah.
kicker, but
Yeah,
I
that's
think
more of a. Go ahead.
I mean, I think Boswell's definitely getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not happy about his contract, and he's a middle of the pack paid kicker, and probably the number one or number two best kicker in the league right now.
Yeah.
But if they paid him another 1.4 million, which is not much to them, he'd be the highest paid kicker in the league. So he'll get a deal done, and he'll be kicking, and don't have any worries. The punter battle's interesting.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson was about 2 inches away from having a 53-yard coffin, like right at the pylon. They're both kicking so good. And the same thing I said last week, that you got to go with Johnson because his ceiling is higher. Yeah. They're kicking good right now, but I mean, this is as good as Corliss Waitman's going to get. This is baseline for Cam Johnson. This is him coming off of an injury. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I like Cam Johnson a lot. I mean, Waitman, I feel like he's a starter on 31 teams.
Yeah, huge leg. Lefty, too. Man.
Yeah, it's tough. And
I don't know how, when Cam Johnson went down last year, that worried me because he was so good. I don't know how they were able to how was he out there? Brad Wing was kicking last year, and Corliss Waitman was sitting at home.
Yeah.
These GMs don't know much about punters, do they?
No. I mean, yeah, he's extremely good, both of them. And, I mean, I'd be happy with either one of them kicking, so I don't really think it's anything to worry about. But I do tend to lean towards Cam Johnston, for sure.
Yeah, it's more just unfortunate that one has to go. Yeah. That's really the only bad part here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I mean, we sign one and the other one stays.
I doubt it.
I don't think
the way they're kicking this preseason. I mean, whoo.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but it would be nice just to have both of them.
That luxury. Mm-hmm. Phil, by any chance, have you seen how Justin Fields is doing in New York? How his preseason game went today?
No.
I suggest you give that a watch after this. I saw a couple videos on X yesterday, compilation videos of his training camp highlights, or I should say lowlights. It's pretty incredible. The misses and the mental errors.
Of Justin Fields.
Of Justin Fields, yeah, who impressed us so much last year, and I think both you and I wanted him back.
Yeah, I wanted to re-sign him for sure.
Yeah, before all this Rodgers stuff, and when it was still, what are they going to do after the season? It was, I think everybody around here was, I think you got to sign Justin Fields. That's the future. And, man, I think New York's turning into Cleveland. The quarterback's just going there to die.
Yeah.
I mean, these highlights are worse. It looks like his time in Chicago was like MVP status. It's pretty crazy. Give it a watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes week one pretty interesting.
It's going to be an exciting game, week one. I mean, obviously the narrative around the game with us basically switching quarterbacks and playing, but I'm just shocked that he's doing bad. But I guess it makes sense. I think the Jets are a dumpster fire, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's things like mechanics. You just wonder, like, when the guys go there, what's the coaching like? What kind of programs are these guys on? Because when he came here, he was from Chicago, and you had questions, and then he got into the Steelers camp in the preseason, and then into the regular season. Like, this guy's a starter.
Yeah.
Right.
I think. Yeah, and super well. The mistakes that he was making, it was like a fumble every game. But other than that, like, he played. You take away the fumbles, everything else was like, I was like, wow, he's good.
Yeah, like you didn't see the mental errors and those kind of hiccups, and now you're seeing it again, and you just wonder, what happened in a year. He didn't lose his ability. He didn't lose his accuracy. It's he's not drilling right on mechanics. Something. You'll see it. It's strange to see, and it's kind of a head scratcher for me because, like I said, after his showing last year, and I mean even when they put Russell Wilson in, I was against that. I wanted Fields to keep going. I mean, that turned out to be the right decision, but yeah,
I was one of the few that agreed Russ should play.
Yes, you were.
But
yeah.
I still stand by that, but I also think it was definitely the end for him, Pittsburgh, at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the fact that he goes to this new place, he goes to the Jets, and I wonder if they're trying to change stuff, like change some of his natural, like like maybe his natural throwing motion or something like that, and they're trying to tweak it because they think, oh, you should throw like this or do this when you're throwing or this arm angle, something like that, and it's messing him up.
Yeah, because that's a good point. I remember a lot last year when he came here, and Tomlin was getting a lot of questions like that. You know, he had a slow release, and he had that all through the season, and it didn't seem like Tomlin cared much. But you know, he's an elite athlete. He can play quarterback, and you know, he just has to not turn the ball over and not make mental errors. And he went out there and played great. Yeah. Just let him be free. Let him kind of be free. Just play your game the way you play it. Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes I criticize that, thinking it will handcuff some of these younger guys and not wanting to make a mistake and maybe possibly get pulled. Not so much for a guy like Aaron Rodgers, but I mean, it worked, and he looked good, and now that's a good point. I don't know if they're trying to change things or if they're not changing enough. I guess that couldn't be it. I don't know. It's a head-scratcher.
Well, there you have it. That's our reaction to the Steelers' second preseason game against the Buccaneers, once again, where they lost 17-14. We'll catch you on the next one when we play the Carolina Panthers Thursday at 7 p.m. As always, if you're liking this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.